Hey guys, it's Greg from East Coast Eyes, and today I've got three NCAA 2013 legal heads to show you. Give you the patterns for them as well, and these are two of them really popular, one's a little less popular, but I think this will be really helpful for you guys looking for patterns for the new string rules, or even just patterns for these heads in general, because these patterns would work with a different string configuration as well. These are three heads for, I think, two different players down at Georgetown, or it might just be one. They sent them to be strung with East Coast mesh, which is really cool. So I've got a Rabil X, an Evo X6, and a Blueprint X6. So one X spec head and then two X6 spec heads. They're all different, but they've all got the same pocket, and I think it'll be interesting to see the same pocket adapted to three different heads with three different face shapes and everything like that. So we're going to start with the Rabil X. This is a head that I recommend for pretty much anyone playing in the NCAA or by NCAA rules, or in high school for that matter, since it is an X-Spec head and it works for all levels of play. I think this is going to be one of the best heads out there. It's got the best face shape of any X-Spec head that I've seen. Really nice pinch through the throat, a well-rounded scoop, well-pointed to create a nice channel and make it really accurate. Really cool sidewall design. Overall, a sturdy head with a ton of sidewall holes, really easy to string. So this might be my pick for X-Spec heads out on the market right now, and I think we'll replace the Superpower quickly as the top head. So this player wanted a mid-pocket with just a little bit of whip and a good bit of hold under the new 2013 rules, and he asked for it to hit the plastic just a little bit at the top. Some people like that. So to do that, I had to balance the amount of channel, and because too much channel would make it too tight up at the top and wouldn't hit the plastic at all like he likes. But you also need some channel with the new rules to add some hold. So we wanted a mid pocket, so you can see all these are strung with 15mm white East Coast mesh, by the way. You can see the pocket sits right in the middle of the head. It's nice and deep, and the channel is still really nice. Like I said, I had to balance the channel with the tightness up at the top so it would hit the top a little bit. I went with just a regular 9-diamond top string, so it would hit, or would be a little looser and could hit the top a little bit. 3 straight shooters, just all cloth to give it a nice, really smooth release. The pattern I used for this head was tie first, or top string in the first hole, tie second, interlock, skip, skip, interlock, skip, interlock, 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 then a 1, a 2, a 1, and finally an interlock with a bottom string on the next 9-diamond row. And this pocket could be used for any level of play with any shooter setup, and we'll just create a really nice mid pocket with a nice channel and a really smooth release. So this is the Rabil X, that's the pattern for it, and I think this will be a really great head coming up, and is one of my favorites. The next up is also one of my favorite heads, and it's the Evo Pro X6. This head is pretty much the elite offensive head for college level players and X6 spec players. It's got super tight to the throat, super tight to the top. It's just going to create a ton of hold, and it's really going to be hard to get the ball out of this stick. So I think this is pretty much the most aggressive elite offensive head available right now, and is really a great recommendation for attackmen. Like I said, it's X6 spec, so it's 6 inches across the top and 3 through the throat. He wanted it strung the same way, 15mm East Coast mesh with a mid pocket. Again, the channel still really nice, but it's going to allow it to hit the top just a little bit. So the channel looks really nice, same 9-diamond top with 3 straight shooters. So the same exact pocket as the other one, just adapted in a different head. And you can see just how similar they are. So that's a good sign, is that in 2 different heads the pockets are exactly the same, and that's what you want. So again, this head has a ton of string holes, and it's really, really easy to string. So the pattern I used for this was tie first, and then interlock and tie second, then skip, interlock, 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 1, 1, 1, 1, and a 1. And that created just a really nice mid pocket. So I think this head will work out really well for him also. I don't know which one he's going to be using as his primary, and the final one is a little less common head, head I'm not a huge fan of, but it's the Blueprint X6. So again, the X6 head, and I'm not sure what about it. These are both the same spec, but the Evo X6 just seems narrower, and that's because of this high flare and pinch that I really like. So I would pick the X6 Evo over the X6 Blueprint. But so we wanted the same exact pocket in this yet again. So a nice mid pocket with a nice channel. It was a little harder to get a channel on this, like I said, because of the lack of the high flare. But again, the 9/9 top string, and I had to switch up my pattern a little bit on this because there are a lot fewer holes for it. So it's top string on the first hole, tie second, interlock, 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 then a 2, a 1, a 1, and an interlock. So slightly different pattern. You can see the patterns on the first two were very, very similar because the face shape is similar and they had a lot of holes. I had to switch it up a little bit for this one, but overall, again, the same exact pocket, just in a different head. So really happy with the way these came out. I hope some of these patterns help you guys string your own heads. Throw this video if you like it. Subscribe for more stringing videos and tutorials, and have a great day, guys.